Right, we're back in Rasice in Poland, and we're in Czech Republic, would you believe, looking at the Polish crew. And we're about an hour and a half drive out of Prague, in a small town where a number of chimneys, and I'm told that's a sugar refining function. There's a big sort of basin here, wide sort of river valley, and the river goes past the far end of the course, and so we get some of the water coming through, so it maintains its quality. And we're about to see standard boat senior A and B women, 500 meters. This is round 2. They've already raced once, and we've got Czech Republic Senior B, and then Czech Republic Senior A, Great Britain, Italy, and Ukraine. Lane 1 is the one nearest to us, and lane 6 is the one furthest away. So nobody in lane 2, and they will have one more race against each other, and all the times will be put in and added together, and that will produce the result of the gold, silver, and bronze medal positions. I must say that we haven't got the crowds yet. There's an awful lot of people up under the shelter of the top of the stand in the shade, because it is rather warm out there. It's warm up here, just a slight gentle breeze, but not enough to cool us down, of course. But this, if you've got a schedule with you, this is going to be race 88. Scheduled to start in about 4 minutes or so, and it looks like it's going to achieve that. The last of the crew is just approaching the starting area. Now we've got a bit of a breeze now, and it's with the crews this time. Last night it was against the crews for the last few races. It's not enough to cause any disturbance, it's just moving the trees a little bit and just gentle rippling on the water. Not nearly as much as the rippling that happens when the boats come by. We don't have any swimmers yet. Some sort of swimming club that on the opposite bank do a lot of swimming in the waters. It's not this. Czech Republic A, B, Czech Republic A, Great Britain A, Italy A, and Ukrainian A. But I don't see Italy. You can see on the screen now, all the crews coming into their position. Was that lane 1? That's the Germany. Czech Republic B, Senior B there, just going in. And I think that's the last to be going into their starting block. Oh, this one's is in the way. Keep getting entangled with it. So we've got sort of different systems and cables going all over the place. I'll just dislodge one of them. And I hope it isn't for you. There's lane 1, Czech Republic. And the crews are just being told by the starter about whether they need to go forward or back to. Here's the start list again. Czech Republic, Great Britain, Italy, and Ukraine. But nobody in lane 2. Czech Republic are the ones nearest to us. Lane 1's here, and lane 6 is there, and they're off. And this is the Senior A and B women. Senior A under over 40, and Senior B over 50. and the breeze is making my paperwork fly around a bit. It's getting a bit stronger. Here they come. Again, no great difference between the crews at the moment. Although I would think that the Czech Republic in the middle of their three on the left are looking pretty good. Czech Republic, Great Britain, Italy, and Ukraine. One, two, three, four. We had Great Britain winning the first round, and they are in line with the umpire's launch and doing pretty well. But on the far side, Ukraine as well, and not letting them go. So it's at the moment between Ukraine and Great Britain, and Czech Republic about a length down, and the Czech Republic B are about 2/3 of a length down on them. So are the GB ladies now going to push their finish? I don't think so. They haven't got the time, haven't got the distance to do it. They are making ground every stroke, but no, it's going to be Ukraine, Great Britain, Czech Republic coming up, Czech Republic now, and Czech Republic now. So Ukraine 1, Great Britain 2, Czech Republic 3, 4. Yeah, so that's round 2 of the thing, so we've got one more round to go. Oh no, where are we, this race? No, they're, oh yes, teams, rounds 1 and 2 and 3 are added together. So we'll be seeing them again a bit later. Yeah, so the German Senior B, lane 4, so that's 2 boats we got for this repechage. Oh, and another one come out now. 2, that's Poland. It's confusing us because this Polish crew are in black, where all the others are in white with red on the shoulders. I suppose they're near-ish on time. The race is scheduled for 12:30, and we've got a few minutes to go. But they should all, by the rules, they should all be within hailing distance of the starter at 3 minutes. And then at 2 minutes start to line up, and off they go. And we had one team earlier that were not allowed to go because they were late leaving the boating area. And so the starter started without them. I'm sure they'll be on time for the rest of the day. It's handy when we've got things like repechages and so forth. They just go and race in another race, but they didn't have chance of cutting short there. Oh, stand-up boat result. Ukraine 2:12:01. Great Britain, these are the Senior A women, 2:13:44. Czech Republic 2:18:63. And Czech Republic Senior B women 2:22:31. Again, it's unofficial, but with the from about halfway through yesterday's program, up until that time, we had a couple of young lads as runners for us to take the results and things around, but they've run somewhere else now, and we've not been getting the results and updates. And it's 3 floors down to the control centre, And of course, the important bit, three floors up, back again, and get here out of breath to find I have to pick up the microphone and start talking. I'm sure you don't need that. So it looks like we've got 3 boats in this repechage. The first 2 are going to go in the grand final, the remainder of the minor final. Nobody on the way up. Right, let's have a look. The Premier Open, there's going to be a minor final coming up. And I see there's a Hungarians are getting in the boat with red on the front and green on the back and white in between. All right, the last boat still, the last 2 boats ambling up to the start. Chief starter is a lady from Holland, Wendy Hemmerlink. And I hope that plenty of you are now able to join us on your laptops and computers. See what's happening. And we have a chat room as well, so if you've got things to chat about, questions to ask, then we can fire off and answer here and there. Only in English. But the official languages of Dragon Boat is English and Chinese, but we don't understand the Chinese half of it. But I do find on certain chat rooms that a lot of people chatting in their own languages, very pleasant, but unless it's got the official translation panel for things like Facebook, I don't know what's being said. However, the last 2 boats now are making their way into their starting blocks, and 89. I'm just having to tell somebody which race we're on, isn't it? A Hungarian boat going up over the start line, or the finish line. We're still waiting for these boats to get themselves settled down on the start, picking up their toggles. There we go. They're all in the starting blocks, but the last one looks to be just coming into line now. Stop. I'm going to fix our camera. That's Germany in 4. The starter will be doing something to get them to move their boats a little bit. Ireland, right, Poland, Czech Republic and Germany. Yeah, look at that, they're lined there, their attention. And they go. Yeah, so when they're in their position, the starter in dragon boating gives a call, are you ready? And if there's any difficulty with wind blowing the boat around a bit or something, then the drummer can put their hand up and the starter will then say stop, and they relax. But after the attention, after the are you ready, we get attention, and there's no movement of paddles between attention and anywhere between 2 and 5 seconds. We get the gun for go. And here they come down the course, and there's not a lot in it. In fact, there's nothing in it at the moment that we can see. Poland, Czech Republic and Germany, in that order from this side. I think that where Czech Republic are in the lead, maybe Germany with them. But Poland, if they are back at all, are only slightly back. Poland, Czech Republic and Germany, and here they come up the last 150 metres, and there's still hardly anything between them. What's going to happen? Who's going to turn on the afterburner first? At the moment it'll be Germany, Czech Republic and Poland in that order at the moment, the last 50 metres. And there they go, a bit of extra oomph in every stroke. Czech Republic are busy catching the Germans. Have they done it? Have they done it? Oh, no, I should think by a dragon's nose. Germany, Czech Republic and Poland in that order. Oh, great relief there. The excitement over. Yeah. And we're unofficial. The camera's on Germany. Senior B open there. This is the local production that we're copying at the moment, because our camera's got a bit of misting up. And we've got a technical assistance going up there, because it's very, very moist, a lot of humidity in the air, especially at night. So, we are pressing ahead with our program, but we've only got 2 boats showing up for the next, I think it is only supposed to be 2, there may be a third one there. Well, I didn't see who was in there, so I'll have to wait until the local people put up on the screen what the next boats are. I didn't see those going up. Oh yeah, here we go. As a result, Germany, Senior B, 2 minutes 2.9, Czech Republic, 2 minutes 2.96, so it's 93.96 points. 0.3 of a second between them, and then Poland 2:04.37. That was jolly good.
Sorry about this. I will be back. We're just trying to sort out the TV for Ravenna. I will be back in 10 more minutes.
As often happens in these sort of occasions, the last day, people are discussing what's going to happen at the next event. And we're going to be in Ravenna in Italy, the beginning of September, when the last count, are sort of well over 3,000 people competing. And when the final list is created, we might even have to go into a 6-day program. So many, because we're going to have standard boats and small boats, and also the breast cancer and the disability races. There's going to be all sorts, and it's a club cruise championship. Currently these are national teams taking part in the European Championships, but it'll be club cruise in their in Italy coming up. And there are certain people who only want to paddle with their club, others want to paddle with their national team. And of course, they have to adapt to the style of the other one, whichever one they're going to think about joining. And there's only subtle differences, but it's a difference. And you've got to get 20 paddlers hitting the water exactly the same second, or 0.0 something of a second. Because yes. And I mentioned that it's fairly humid around. It's cooler than yesterday, but it's still fairly humid. There's some high cloud, but some low cumulus around, and slowly drifting by. There's not much wind at all now, but it's going with the paddlers when they're racing. so they won't feel. I think if they were racing into the wind, they'd feel a lot better at the end of the race. But then that's how it is. Can't turn the course round. And I've got Mr. Bob Dylan singing down below, like a Rolling Stone. So most of the records being played are ones we easily recognise from the West. And they seem to be appreciated. So we've got the start. Only 2 boats racing now, and this was a minor final. So 2 boats racing, and I haven't a clue who they are. So I have to look when they get closer. Hungary. And the Hungary and Czech Republic, I've said on the public address system. Yeah, so Hungary versus the Czech Republic. And this is the standard boats Premier Open 500 meters, the minor final. And Hungary, to my vision here, are slightly in the lead of the Czech Republic. Yeah, Premier Open now, they're coming up now, and Hungary have got about half a length lead on the Czech Republic. And do they sit on that lead, or do they go for it at the end in case the others are going to start up? Oh, the Czech Republic are catching up a bit. They're only about a third of a length down now. And I think they're having a go. Then Hungary have responded, and Czech Republic stopped gaining speed. In fact, they're losing speed again against the Hungarians. They just put the power on for the last few strokes. So Hungary win, and second Czech Republic. Those look suspiciously like Slovakian tops. I reckon that's Slovakia. Hungary versus Slovakia, that race. We heard from local broadcast that it was going to be Czech Republic, but presumably because there weren't lots of people shouting, it must have been the Slovak. And I've just seen the backs of the shirts, the white shirts, and it is Slovak. Ukraine. Well, we heard Mark's story, and the start list for the next race, race 91 on the schedule, and it's standard boats open, and Ukraine, Czech Republic, Germany, and Russia. And this is the grand final, Premier Open, so that will be one of the main races of the day. And let's see if we can get all 4 down below the 2-minute mark. Then we know it's a good race. But we like to see people down below 1:55. And the last 2 are approaching the starting area. And 2 boats up beyond the start. 2 boats approaching the start. So they'll be called in as soon as those ones can get themselves in position. And we have a grand final, and the grand final of the Premier Open is always something to watch. And you're going to have a chance to do that any time now. Yeah, they're called in by the umpire, starter rather. The umpires go up in the area to sort of encourage them to come back and get into line. I don't know what kind of a broadcast system they have for on the start, but if the people go too far upwind, of course they don't get to hear the call and may be late for the start. Something that you cannot possibly think of doing for a grand final. So we've got Ukrainian, Czech Republic, Germany and Russia. I don't know who, all of them have got potential to win, but I wouldn't put any money on them at the moment. We don't know who's been hiding their talents by just winning enough to get themselves into a final, or whether they were flat out and that's the best they could do. We never know. Oh, is that Dire Straits in the background? I can't hear properly. And they're lining up now. We've got the camera down at the start, and the camera ought to be just a little bit left because I'd like to see the heads, the dragon boat heads. There we go. And they're ready, they're relaxing, they haven't been given the attention yet, their attention now. Up to 5 seconds. And go. See the puff of smoke then up from the gun. And here we go, the grand final. Premier Open, that'll be the grandest of grands in the whole event. This is the blue ribbon. When people say, how was it in Rosice, we say, well, blue ribbon went to one of those. Nearest to us is Ukraine. Next up will be Czech Republic, and the third one will be Germany, and the fourth one will be Russia on the far side. And this is the serious one now. They've had a series of heats and semi-finals and so forth, and now this is the time to get serious. I would say that Russia are being left a little bit at the moment. Maybe Czech Republic, I think between Germany and Ukraine at the moment. But anything can happen, as we've seen several times this morning. And Germany, Ukraine, Czech Republic and Russia in that order at the moment. Now Russia have stepped up. Russia have come back. Russia are now up with Germany again. Czech Republic, the only one just slightly down. But this is going to be a very, very close finish. Let's watch this one. And the noise is up there from the stands. They're all now turning on the afterburners. Germany again. Germany, Czech Republic, Russia, Ukraine. I think in that order. It's totally unofficial, of course. That was a brilliant finish. And I'll be very interested to see the timing. There's one chap in the German boat who looks a bit distressed. He slipped down in his seat. You've got to keep, in these conditions, you've got to keep yourself hydrated. Got to have water. Keep having water during the day, especially when you're racing. It's bad enough when we're just sitting watching. And we've got the boats going up for the next race already. Germany, Hungary, Ukraine and Czech Republic. That sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it? And next will be Premier Women, round 3. Going up the course now. The Premier Women, Germany, Hungary, Ukraine, Czech Republic. 3 of them are on the way. Can't see anybody getting into a boat. There's nobody up the far end. So there's one more coming. The result. This is interesting. Yeah. Germany 155.40, Czech Republic 155.81, Ukraine 156.18, and Russia 156.26. So we got close to those 155 that I was looking for, and that happened when they really needed it, which was the grand final of the Premier Open. Marvellous. Well, that's not disgraceful, but other people will look at that, and of course the conditions on the water will mean a lot. But think of the we have seen in the World Championships 154 and 53, but they are the winners. They are the best in Europe today. Now it worries me slightly that I'm still expecting to see another boat going out. Oh, I see there's a boat full of yellow shirts, which means Ukraine. A bit late leaving. There's somebody trying to do something, adjusting something at the back end of the boat. Down the way there. Yeah, so those have all gone past 500 metres up there. 1, 2, 3 still. And now they look ready to go. To leave the dock. Yep. Yeah, they're pulling away from the dock. Yeah, Ukraine number 4, just leaving the dock, so they're about 300 metres behind all the others. No, they have got 5 minutes to be up there. Mind you, they should be up there in 2 minutes, so they're within 3 minutes of the start to be in position in the area of the start. So they'll get some sharp words from the starter, Wendy Hemelick from Holland, and she's been sending me messages on Facebook this week. So we must miss our friends who couldn't make it. I'm sure that all the teams have somebody who had broken their leg, twisted an arm, ruined their shoulder, or got some problem that meant they couldn't be here. And we must think of those, and we think how good the presence of Ukraine here has been for us. They've had a basket full of medals yesterday, and no doubt they're having a go at getting some today as well. And they represent the whole of Ukraine. And of course in Great Britain now we've got Commonwealth Games, athletics and all the other sports. And a clue who's done what. And then a bit later on the country next door, Hungaroring, are going to have the Hungarian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, we get on with our own racing here. And Ukraine are not really rushing to get up to the start. Just in quiet mode paddling. Halfway to the start coming up. I think an umpire's about going to go towards them to give them a little bit of a move-on message. Yeah, I think that's what's going to be told. Come on, get yourselves up there or you'll miss the start. The start list. Lane 2, Germany. Lane 3, Hungary. Lane 4, Ukraine. Lane 5, Czech Republic. That's it, yes, so the umpire has given them a few words and they are paddling just a little bit stronger. Not much, but just a little bit, enough to satisfy the umpire. Just checking if there's something new on the screen. No. So the umpire's going back to his position on this side. The umpire on the stand side near the starter, he's about 50 metres up the course. If there has for any reason for the race to be stopped because of a false start or something, the umpire at the 50 metres on this side has to go across the course waving a red flag, stopping them. It's quite exciting racing against a whole lot of boats that are just trying to accelerate and getting them to stop and turn around and go back and do it all over again. So the last boat now is creeping towards its position. Ukraine should be pulling into the next one. There you go, now the wind from on the course now, it's really, they've lost the wind on the round about the start. I think it's probably because we've got a bit of forest coming down towards the coast on that side. And then we pick it up because we're 5 floors up, get a little bit more wind. I've got some boats for the following race to go. Premier Women round, it's round 3, the Premier Women about to go in the next race. Yep, there they are. They're ready. Oh, we want to see. They put a start list in front of the boat, so there we go. Just a bit of adjustment there, but one of the boats has been pulled back a bit. Now it's gone too far. Unless the steerer has lost the toggle that's on those little pontoons. And now they're going back forward again, going back to where they were. And you should hold the boat there now. Don't let it go. No. The trouble is, I think the helm, instead of saying stop the boat, is trying to use their own strength to try and stop 20 people and a boat. And they're ready. And they're getting close to it now. And the gun, you saw the smoke going across the screen. That is the start of the round 3, Germany, Hungary, Ukraine, Czech Republic. Premier Women. Germany nearest to us, then Hungary, then Ukraine, and on the far side Czech Republic. And again, it's a little bit anonymous at the moment. And the reflections of the boats now on the water show how the wind has almost dropped to 0. Czech Republic looks to be doing the business in this one on the near side. Or is it? No, it's Germany. Germany doing it. Yeah, Germany have a lead over everybody else. The Czech Republic on the far side are doing their best to go with them. In the middle, Hungary and Ukraine are both together having a go for the third place. Here we go now. Germany coming along on the inside, on the nearest to us. They're doing well. They're powering along. Let's see if the Czech Republic are going to produce their last minute sprint. Nobody can relax until they get into until they get over the line. Yep, Czech Republic are pressing on now. I don't think they got enough time to overtake, but they certainly put up their pace. Doing it very well, got a good stroke there, but Germany now are going to take first. Germany, Czech Republic, and Ukraine. That was really good, wasn't it? And Hungary last. Again, that was round 3, so those timings now will be put into in the computer. And a bit of magic addition will tell us who's got the gold, silver and bronze medals. And for once we've got a number of the boats for the next race already up there.
Thank you, Maury, for your coverage, the commentary coverage this morning. All those heats leading to that grand final that you saw very recently, race 91, where Germany took the gold from the Czech Republic and Ukraine in third. You've just seen the last race, race 92, the standard boat Premier Women, 500 metres, round 3. We'll give you the official confirmation of results when we have them. We're heading towards race 93, Senior A and C Open. Welcome to the coverage if you've just tuned in. The EDBF European Nations Championships. It's been a great championships. We've had 2.5 days now of superb racing, starting with those 2,000 metre pursuits on day 1, on a circular elliptical type of course where it was like a team pursuit. And then we had the 200 metres yesterday with a fast sprint. So we have the times in from that last race where Germany clinched it, 2:08.4, Czech Republic 2:10.9, Ukraine 2:12.4, and Hungary 2:12.6. So well done to Germany and the Czech Republic. First and second there. We're waiting for race 93, Senior A and C Open. In terms of the rest of the afternoon schedule, we will be having another grand final, which is the standard Senior B Open at 13:40 today. And then we have 2 more grand finals left for you at 16:50 Central European Time, small Premier Mixed, the small boat Premier Mixed 500 metres, and at 5 o'clock the standard Premier Mixed 500 metres to finish off this EDBF European Nations Championships. Beautiful day here in Rasisi in the Czech Republic. Magnificent stadium, purpose built, got all the facilities you need, including a huge grandstand. The crowds have been coming and going over the last 3 days. As the grand finals approach later in the day, we'll see a lot more volume of crowds gathering at the finish line to see the last of the races of this championship, and certainly the grand finals of this championship, which we'll be bringing you very soon. But let's just savour the moments, because when this event is over, it is over, and then we are on to our next televised programme, which will be coming in Ravenna in Italy for the World Club Crew Championships. 6 days of racing of the highest order, international club crews, so teams from all over the world who compete for local clubs get a chance to compete on a world stage against each other to see who will be crowned the club of clubs, if you like. So, Murray, we're at the start for this next race.
Attention. Go. A nice long delay. Make sure that nobody jumps the start. Right, so we've got Senior A and C Open round 3. Czech Republic is in lane 1. Poland lane 2. Ukraine in 3. Then there's a gap in 4. And it's the Senior Cs in 5 Czech Republic and in 6 Germany. They're the Cs. So it'll be something between the first, between the 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 lanes, and then 5 and 6 will be coming along a bit later. So the real race, whoops, somebody's lost their steering now. They've lost their steering. Poland are out of it, unfortunately. If the boat, the paddlers gets out of sync, sometimes that boat can spin faster than you can imagine. And it really is annoying. And people blame the helm, but it's, I've seen people breaking the steering arm, trying to rectify one of those spins. And we broke quite a few up in Italy a few years ago. Right, so now who's going to get this one? Ukraine, followed by Czech Republic. So Ukraine looks to be getting this one. Senior A and C. Yeah, Ukraine. Ukraine are going to take this by a couple of lengths from the Czech Republic. And then the Germany C and Czech Republic C. And coming in behind now is going to be Poland, who had that sharp deviation of course. I'm just watching the umpire. Yeah, sensible to got a white flag because that deviation, of course, they didn't interfere with anybody else. They brought the boat back to the proper lane. In fact, there are two paddlers light in the Polish boat as well, so they were at a disadvantage when they started.
Thanks, Murray. Ukraine took that race. We'll give you the official results very soon. Nice sort of, it's a bit of a muggy day. Not much breeze up here in the tower where we are. We had a lovely breeze flowing through and keeping us all cool yesterday. But nobody is losing their cool. It's all very calm. Race officials right on the button, doing a very good job down there. All volunteers, of course, giving up their own time to come all over the world, and in this case in Europe, to bring you the highest possible standards of race management. In fact, we've even got a race official, Joe Fazarakli, from Australia. She's come all the way from Australia to assist, so that's nice. And we'll be seeing her probably again in Ravenna, as we will see a lot of these officials in Ravenna. I think there's a 60-strong team of officials going to Ravenna to do the World Club Crew Championships, because of course it's going to be an even bigger event with thousands of athletes turning up to pit their wits and their dragon boat skills against other clubs all over the world. But we're in Europe for the biggest event in the dragon boat calendar, EDBF dragon boat calendar, to decide the best European teams this year in 2014. There we go.
Down below us there's a scooter coming down, and it's got 2 lunch boxes on there.
We've got race results, Murray. Sorry to interrupt you. Ukraine got that race in 1:57.2. Czech Republic 205.2, Germany 213.7, Czech Republic 214.0, and Poland 221.0. So that's the standard boat open category, 500 meters. Poland lost their steering very shortly into that race. Shame, but that's the way it goes sometimes. That was race 93 on your schedule. We are broadly on time. We're ahead of schedule, actually. That was scheduled for 13:10 Central European time, and we haven't even hit that mark. So the next race is scheduled for 13:20, 1:20. Race 94, that will be the senior A and B women 500 meters round 3, and we're edging ever closer to the next grand final, which will be standard senior B open 500 meters, race 96 on the schedule. Sorry, yes, race 96 on the schedule, 13:40. But race 94 is coming up. The runners and riders are heading towards the start now. They're about 250 meters away from the start, going up in the far lane as we see it, as you see it in your cameras. There's I think the Ukrainian team heading up that far lane to their starting area. In the chat room, don't know if we've had any latest comments in the chat room. We are all drinking Dragon Boat beer, somebody said. Yes, we've all been sampling the unique Dragon Boat beer that's been made available to us all.
I've just put the clip of our YouTube clip of the Germans having their hair cut off. So if you want to see that, you can go to our Belief Global YouTube channel. And I've also put a link in the chat room, guys, so you can watch that.
Yeah, the Germans were very keen for us to film one of their colleagues having his hair chopped, who promised to have it chopped if the Germans won a gold medal. And of course, they won lots of gold medals. So he had to fulfill his promise, and he was very happy to have his ponytail chopped off. He still had quite a bit of hair left. He had more than I've got anyway, that's for sure. But who needs a comb? What's the point of combs, eh, Murray? Yeah. Do you still comb your hair?
No, I saw a comb at home the other day, but I didn't feel ready to use it. So
are you a hairbrush sort of man, or a blow dryer, or?
Funny you should mention that. I use a hairbrush, and the brush that I use was issued to my father in 1942.
My goodness!
And I'm proud to use that.
Still going strong then?
Still going strong. That's quality.
They made them well in those days.
Yeah, and I can see a tray full of meal boxes coming down, and I hope that's some for us. Yes, it's an official who's got it.
Yes, I can see a Swedish man, one of the officials, walking down, Robin, walking down with what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lunches. And I hope you're heading this way, Robin, but I might go and raid the lunch area in a minute.
Yeah, and there's another 6 followed by one of the staff from the restaurant. And I got all the knives and forks and things with him. So
anyway,
we're going to be fed, that's handy.
So if you're having lunch at the moment, then I hope you're having a nice lunch, but please make sure you don't go away from any of the action, and make sure you're definitely around at 13:40 when we have that grand final taking place for the standard Senior B Open 500 meters.
Yes, the racing goes on. We sort of eat our meals on the run, as it were, when we're up here. And all the officials have got to, that's why we've got these lunch boxes to come along. We haven't got time to nip down to the other end of the course and go to the restaurant. We're having our meal in situ where we are, and there's no way of having anything that's smart. We just got to eat what we can when we can. And the man with the scooter is going away now, the one who arrived with a pile of boxes of food. And I wonder if he's going to find another few boxes for us all in this place. The starters down at the 500 meters, the boat marshals up beyond the finish.
We're underway, Maury.
Underway. And race number 94, round 3 of the senior A and B women. And I feel we've got a gap there where Italy might have been. I think they were out before. Nearest to us in lane 1 is Great Britain. Then there's a space, then there's Ukraine, Czech Republic, and a space, Czech Republic B, senior B. So four racing. Great Britain, the helm, the steerer's got to look right across to see how they're doing against the other people on the other side there. Not slacking up. It's very difficult. Very difficult for the helm to be controlling where the boat's going, or what the crew are doing, and also looking across to see how the other crews are doing. And then to be a champion, you've got to be able to do all of those things. Now, Great Britain are level with Ukraine. Yeah, and they're leaving Czech Republic. Ukraine probably creeping ahead a little bit against Great Britain. Don't forget, every second counts towards the total in this one. Is round 3 of the senior A and B women. And GB are in the lead just. GB and Ukraine battling out the last 50 metres, and are Ukraine going to play the last 50-metre burst? Great Britain and a good strike there. Yeah, I think. Oh yes, I think there's some extra oomph going into their stroke from Ukraine. Ukraine are going to take it. They've got just that fraction on the British, on the GB. Yes, Great Britain, GB, Czech Republic, and the Czech Republic C. Or Czech Republic B. The others are senior A, and they're the one senior B. So Ukraine just pipped Great Britain on that one. Very close race. But then when we got something like an international event, and people who've been training, the boats are all standard. And no surprise that we get some close results. And that's the third round. And now somebody can get together with the time of the first 2 races, put them all in the pot, and out will come a result. Now we have people just emerging from the docking area. Now it's the Junior A mix, juniors. Hungary, Czech Republic, Germany, Great Britain and Italy. And again they'll be doing 3 rounds together. So this is round 1 of the Junior A mix. Lane 1, Hungary, nearest to us, Czech Republic, Germany, Great Britain and Italy in the far ground. The far lane. Yeah, I can see lane 4. Now that looks more like Italy, and they've got a 4 in their lane number. And as far as I can see, that should be Great Britain in 4. And 3 is Ukraine. What have I missed out? Have I turned over 2 pages? Results of that last race. Oh, Great Britain 2:13.59. Ukraine 2:13.64. Wow. 0.05 of a second. Czech Republic 2:18.44 and Czech Republic Senior B 2:25.64. Well done, Great Britain, for that one. That's just one of 3 results that they should have. Oh, I just wonder why I'm out of sync, because somebody has stapled the program wrong. So race 5, Ukraine in 3, UK are so we're going to have a minor final for the Senior B Open. I've seen Ukraine going up. It might well be Russia, I'm not sure. And I'll looking for yours out of order as well. Same person doing that. Yeah. And we go back a page for 100. Right, so after that we should get somebody putting up the start list for the next race. I'm suspecting that Ukrainian in lane 3, but I couldn't work out who's in lane 4.
For the race of 100 meters in category standard boat, open.
And then Ukraine is the other one, is it?
On the bronze position there is Ukraine.
I'm listening out to hear what the fellow down below reckons it's going to be. We're going to have another medal. Ukraine third, Germany first, Czech Republic second. So Ukraine and Poland, I've been told.
On the gold position, and the European champion from the year of 2014 is Germany.
Here we go, another Germany gold medal coming up. Here's a Great Britain, I don't know where they're going to be. They've got lane 2 mentioned on their boat. Still waiting for a start list. And this will be a minor final, so I thought they were lane 3 as well. We're still waiting for the official start list for this race, but they're concentrating on the medal ceremony. Doesn't matter about the racing, more important how the medal ceremony, they think. So we've got 3 boats on the go, 2 boats up there and 1 going up there. So I can't tell you too much about what's happening up there at the moment, because somebody is more interested in the backs of the people making the presentations than they are of the the ladies holding the medal there. But we'd like to put a panel there with the start list for this race. That would be most helpful. We can't always record who's on their way up to the start during watching a race coming down. So we got every now and again we miss one like this one. Yes, it would be nice. All the other things going on around the place, but somebody's decided that a medal presentation takes first place for the cameras. I haven't seen any EDBF officials in doing prize giving so far. All sorts of anonymous people from the local area. And the third boat is in the area of the start. That was a Great Britain boat we saw going up. So it's 3 boats cruising beyond the start line. There's another boat going up from the boating area. It's got lane 5 in because these are both
Ladies and gentlemen, please lights up for the national anthem of Germany.
Wait for my people to look out for a presentation, a list. Who's in this next race? They are cruising around, so starter isn't expecting to start anytime soon. It's a German boat going past on the way to the start. And then there's a Czech Republic going up, and I don't know whether that's for the next race or this race. And the boats are still just cruising up at the top. Posing for the photographs, the selfies. I wonder when they're going to get back to what's going on in the water. I reckon by tonight we'll have had enough of the background music between the medal presentations. To me, it's the kind of music you expect to hear in a funeral parlour. That's nondescript sort of noise. And it would be nice to know, come on, mister, you must have something more interesting than all those people posing for their own photographs. There's some water behind them. Why don't they click across to that? Oh, there we are. That's an advance. Although it can't really indicate who they are in that one. Let's get the start list. Obviously there's something going on, we don't know. We don't have a radio list to listen in on what's going on amongst the officials. Would be nice. Yeah. It looks like Ukraine there in their yellow tops. Maybe they're sorting out result of a process of some sort, sorting out who ought to be in the race, maybe. It would be good. Back onto the presentation area. The umpire's going up, so they must know about what to expect. We're about 5 floors up from where this lot is doing their presenting. And nipping down to the ground and back again for some information is a bit of a mountaineering task. Yeah. Oh, listening out.
Women, German ladies. please come to tower. We are waiting for you.
Welcome if you're just joining us to the EDBF European Nations Dragon Boat Championships. I'm Rich Smith. This is day 3. Had a fabulous day of racing already, only halfway through. We've had a grand final which saw Germany take another gold medal in the Premier Open Standard Boat competition. Czech Republic in 2nd place and Ukraine in 3rd, so some familiar figures on the medal podium area later. Everybody is doing an excellent job. We're heading towards a grand final. 13:40 it's scheduled, race 96, Standard Senior B Open 500 metres. Have a start list. So this is race 95. Czech Republic in lane 1, Great Britain in lane 2, Ukraine in lane 3, Russia in lane 4, and Germany in lane 5. Standard Boat Open, race 95 on the schedule. We are just one race away from a grand final. So we're just getting some new information. I think we're slightly ahead of ourselves. The race officials are just letting us know slightly in advance, too far in advance for us really. This is the grand final lineup, but we're not at grand final lineup, we're at minor final lineup. And so far as we're aware, there is Poland in lane 3.
That they've turned these around. We've seen boats going up for the minor final and then followed by other boats, and they're the major final, grand final.
So are we actually running a minor final then with one boat?
I don't know. There was there was Poland and Ukraine went up early, and I don't know whether they were for the which race they were for now. So we are confused. We'll see what happens when they line up. Something went there just now, and I didn't spot it. Here we go. Czech Republic, Great Britain, Ukraine, Russia, Germany.
I think what's on your screen is a minor final. I think these are the runners and riders for the minor final. No,
minor final should be for the senior.
Final. So they're sorry, I am standing corrected. Apologies for this. We're just getting conflicting information. What you're seeing is the grand final lineup: Czech Republic, Great Britain, Ukraine, Russia, and Germany.
Steady. That's the open, and we're on seniors.
And that's the open, and we're on seniors.
Senior B Open and Senior B Open, minor final, grand final.
Yeah, but by the fact there's only one runner means they
Yeah.
have walk over.
Yeah.
So we've been giving them some mixed messages.
Thank you for all your chat room messages to us over the last 3 days. It's been nice to see some messages in the chat room, personal messages for people with birthdays and things, and just giving us feedback to let us know that you're really enjoying the coverage. The coverage doesn't end here. We'll be in Italy for the World Club Crew Championships, but anything going on there? Poland rock today, says, is it Pazik?
Pazik's a nice person. We've been chatting to him today. I think looking at the messages, they're equally confused as us about what race is happening with only one boat, but we'll see what happens.
An educated guess here is that race 95, which was a minor final, is not going to run because there is only one boat in it, and there's pointless for Poland to race against itself, even though I'm sure it would like to showboat in front of the whole stadium. So we are heading probably the greatest probability is that race 96 is about to come upon us, and race 96 is the Standard B Senior B Open, Standard Boat Senior B Open 500 meters grand final, and that's going to be between Czech Republic in lane 1, Great Britain in lane 2, Ukraine in lane 3, Russia in lane 4, and Germany in lane 5. And Murray, they are virtually lined up. There's just a little bit more alignment to do, and then we are off into the grand final.
What's happened? It looks like Poland at the far side there. We'll soon know the next little clip. I think Poland have been put into this grand final as opposed to paddling on their own down at the minor final. And the boats now, a little bit of movement of the boats. And to stop the boats, they ought to be putting their paddles in the water. That's the best way of stopping a boat. Here we go again. Senior B Open. Great Britain in 2. Ukraine in 3. Russia in 4. Germany in 5. I don't know where the poles have got to. Can't see any boats hanging around out there. We were expecting to see a minor final with Poland in it, but we've got what seems to be a grand final. Lots of scribbling out on the sheet in front of me. So now we've just got to watch now, ready for the and they're ready, attention, go. There's the puff of smoke. Right, so completely out of sequence with all the other things we've been talking about. We've got an open 500 meters, 5 boats in it. So this we had one. I thought we had one before, but it can always be confused, make mistakes, but I thought we had a 155, 156 or so. Maybe somebody's been a problem and somebody's been allowed to go and have the race again. I don't know. So next, right in the middle, Ukraine are doing very well. Yeah, Ukraine, and on the far side could be Germany. Yeah, Ukraine and Germany, Great Britain and Czech Republic on the near side. Yeah, Ukraine are taking this one. Wait for somebody's magic 50 meters splash, I think, yes. Russia look to be taking, Russia now going up. Ukraine holding on now, they've put their power back on again. Ukraine, Russia, very close between Great Britain and whoever it is on the far side. And number 1, Czech Republic here got 3rd. Great Britain just into 4th place. Nigel on the helm there. And Germany on the far side missed out a bit. That was a close race. Now I just wonder if it was put in as a re-paddle because weren't expecting that at all.
My goodness, Murray, that was a win for Ukraine, but wow, Great Britain and the Czech Republic in lanes 1 and 2 right at the end. I think Czech Republic got it, but even so, some of the crew members in the Czech Republic they'd actually stopped paddling before they got to the line. They were looking over at GB instead of just keeping paddling. Anyway, it matters not because I think they did get the bronze, but well done Ukraine for first place.